boy. Good boy. Hey guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. Good morning. This is Spirit Journey. Come on, baby. Come on. Let's go. Good morning, people. Yes, this is Spirit Journey. Today is April 4, 2025. The time right now is approximately 5:40 a.m. Let's see. Yeah, 5:37. 5:37 a.m. And I'm out and about. You can see the clouds. Yeah, it's rainy season now. It's rainy season. Let me show you lavender. Oops. Oops, he's going potty. He's going potty. But let me get that. Sorry about that. When you gotta go, you gotta go. Hey. Hey, how you doing? Shame. It was like, Clementine. Just get a pick up after my dog. So, yeah, so tell me, people there, people on YouTube, was I still filming? Did you guys still see me? Yeah, I ran out of minutes, so I had to put more minutes on my phone. Yeah, in Rwanda, you pay up front. Yeah, you have to pay up front, which is cool. So they don't believe in like debt. You don't get because you didn't pay. Yeah, so you have to pay up front, then you get. So like electricity, internet, you pay ahead. And when you run out, you run out. Then you got to put more. So they never want to be at a deficit. And I think that's okay, because let me get trying to get my scarf here. So, don't know how I have that. Oh, okay. Oops. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, I apologize there. Yeah, good morning all. Good morning, good morning. Another beautiful walk here in Rwanda. It's rainy season now. So, actually, I stayed in all week. Yes, I did. I stayed in all week. And, yeah, Lavender's, he has an itch in his eye. He keeps something injured his eye. Like, my dog has like really large eyes and out of, bushes and things like that. And so short, my dog. Let me show you him. Okay, so his eyes, see his eyes? So his eyes are big. So it can easily get scratched. So that's all. So I had to put medicine on his eye. But now I think it looks like, but now it looks like it got on his other eye too. Yeah, so both eye has a discharge in it. Yeah, it's usually his right eye. But then yesterday night, I saw there was a problem with his left eye too. So yeah, so we stayed all week because it was raining, it was cold. Good boy, good boy. Yeah. So I said, nope, I'm not going to go out. But I don't want to get too lazy. So I said, hey, let us get out. So I took a nice shower. Yep. Yep, I really was looking awful. Morning, morning. Yeah, so I say I gotta get off my butt and do some walking. Morning. So always hear you can hear the birds tweet. The birds are beautiful here. They have some nice birds here in Rwanda. Yeah, I've been here now for 15 months consecutively. Can't believe it. And let me tell you firstly about the vision that I had. Um, I had a vision this morning. As many of you know, when I get in the morning, when I awaken in the morning, when upon awakening from sleeping or dreaming, I keep my eyes closed and just kind of concentrate forward, if that makes any sense. And then I usually sleep. But what I'm seeing now, as I mentioned before, is very faint. It's like very dark, like dim lighting, and I can hardly see. But what I saw today, people, it looked like a jungle, a type of jungle that you would see here. You had like, like a typical jungle. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, when I hear a car coming that fast, I move over. Okay, okay. Sorry about that. But yeah, so today I saw like a jungle, big bushy trees, um, and then I saw what looked like ground, like a dirt ground, and then it looked like it was either a giant snake or like a crocodile. You saw like a long two-wheeler shaped body, and it's slithering. It's like sliding down something. Yeah, it looked dark. Yeah, and it was thick. It wasn't as big as what you call a boa constrictor, not because it wasn't that long. It might have been maybe 6 feet, something like that, and the end of the body came to a point. I couldn't really tell, so it was some type of reptile, and it was I saw it coming in my direction. So it's like I'm facing it, and it's going slithering down something, a slope. Good boy. Yeah, that's what I saw today. Okay. So that's what I saw. It was for a couple of seconds, and then it was just so dark. The image was so dim, you know. So, yeah, I find that upon awakening, if I keep with it, like just concentrate forward, the image appears. Hey. So after I think like after like 30 seconds, the image appears. But today was a little slower in it appearing because sometimes I do the exercise and to go through the motions to see an image. Come on. And sometimes I don't. So initially when I woke up, I was just gonna just wake up and just, you know, don't do it. Then I said, go through it. Let's see what happens today. And I did. So then I think something started happening fast. Like, how to make sense out of this? Like, it's like you're watching a video, and it speeds up a little bit. It seems faster. Yeah, that's what happened today. But it's not the first time that something like you're watching something and it looks like it's speeding up. And sometimes it's actually slow. The last video I did, I think I talked about I saw these children, like African children, and come on, baby, and they were running in my direction. They seemed happy. So it's really something what I see. When I first arrived here in Rwanda, it's not like, I wasn't doing as much meditation at that time when I initially came. I think maybe, I wasn't feeling well. I think I was afraid too. But it's interesting now that I'm seeing more things pertaining to Africa. I've seen black men, mostly male. I saw the children. I saw at least one black female, kind of like in the 30s or 40s. It's really something. I really wonder what this phenomena is all about. Because sometimes it just feels like I'm watching a movie. But oftentimes, like with the thing I'm seeing, that the subject is coming in my direction. So I wonder, only once did something really interact with me, the African guy with the spear. Yeah, before I came to Rwanda, it was a couple of years ago. It was a couple of years ago. I had a vision, morning vision of my consciousness appeared in a room, a darkened room, and there was a subject below, diagonally below me, and I'm facing him. And he's seated in some type of chair with the backrest. He's shirtless, dark skinned, kind of chubby, but not overly chubby. He was chubby, thick body. And he had necklaces on, 3 necklaces, ethnic necklaces on. They were long, like to his waist. And he's watching something. And his body is illuminated because he must have been like watching TV or a monitor. And he's enjoying himself. He's all excited what he's watching. And then he looks up where I'm seeing him from. And then he grits his teeth in anger, reaches over, grabs a spear, and tries to stab me. Whatever he sees, he's trying to stab. And I said, oh, shoot. So I open my eyes to disconnect from what I'm seeing, because I never had an interaction like that. So I waited a couple of seconds. Oh my God, I'm not here to snoop on anybody. And the things I see, whatever what pops up in my vision is what I see. I don't ask to see anybody, you know what I mean? I'm not here to go in anybody's business. That'd be rude. But that's what happened. So I waited a couple seconds, maybe 20 seconds. I closed my eyes again, and it resumed. The guy is now standing up and violently trying to stabbing something, and then I'm there. I mean, I'm seeing from above, but whatever he sees, I'm the subject of the object of his anger. That's what it felt like. It was something else. It scared me. Yeah, he was in a frenzy by this time. And he wasn't afraid. It's like, I'm wondering, I'm thinking like, this has happened to him before. I don't know the fellow. I don't know anything about him. Never seen him before. There was no details in the room because it was dark. But I saw what I saw. People, the human mind is powerful. And it seemed very evident to me that you could bilocate. You could like be in your bedroom, but your essence could be in another place. Come, we go pee pee. Remote viewing. Yeah. Hey, how you doing, Martin? Yeah, it's something, people. Yeah, that happened a couple of years ago. It was in America. But people, yeah, I realized, see, my body is, in my room. I can scratch my nose, I could cough. I'm present, but I'm seeing this man. I'm seeing him. And I just assumed that it's just like watching a TV set, like you're just watching a movie. Whatever what I saw is what I saw. But it interacted with me. Ah, okay. Yeah, thanks. But that's what happened to me. And I think because of that, I got scared. And I realized this isn't a toy. Doing what meditation is not a toy. You may interact with things. Oh, let me tell you what else. I've mentioned this one too. So, another time in America. What else? Oh, good, good. Yeah, another time. It was another African guy, well, a black fellow. But he was in a room and he's seated. The room is lit and it seemed like he's on a table, seated by a table. And his arms are resting on top of the table, whatever what it is. I assume it's a table. And I'm situated where his hands would be, and I'm looking straight in his face, slightly on a diagonal, looking up at him. So I might have been 12 inches away from his face. And again, I didn't expect this. It's just what appeared. He's wearing a knit top, I think it was long sleeve, turtleneck, and he's looking at something. And so so what happens sometimes, like I then focus. I said, who is this? So I concentrate on his face. And then it happened. Yeah, he had a weird hairline. Like some people, their hairline, like I have a square like hairline, like square, my hairline. He had a wavy hairline. Like the sides here, it was a half circle. Then up in the corner, it went in the opposite direction. And then the middle, like a half circle coming down. And then the corner here went in. And then the side here, it was a half circle coming out. And then his eye, yeah, he was clean shaven. He looked about late teens, early 20s. Nice skin, nice dark skin. And then, what was that? Yeah, I focused on his eyes. Oh my God. His eyes were black, jet black, what you call the black eye children. The folklore about the black eye children. He had the black eyes, completely black, like the regular eyes, I have like a round. He had no iris. The whole thing was black, black like glass, black glass. I kid you not. When I saw that, when I concentrated on his face to try to find out, excuse me, to see who it was. I mean, what I'm seeing. I see his black eyes. I said, I said to myself, I'm out of here. I was scared because, I mean, I've heard about over the internet years prior about the black-eyed children. They are known to go to your house, knock on your door, and ask to come in, like, oh, I'm hungry. Yeah. They said, don't let them in. So because of that, I got scared. And because of the African guy from the vision I had at a prior date who took the spear, so I was afraid that if the guy turned his eyes and looked at me, now even though I'm like seeing him from like maybe 12 inches from his face, I'm slightly to his side, slightly. So he's looking straight. So if he turned his head a little bit or turned his eyes, he would be able to see me. And I didn't know how he would react. I was afraid that he might try to stab me like the other African guy. Yes, I shouldn't generalize like that, but I'm being real. When you have a bad experience, you knew at the, you don't want to get in trouble. And I'm not here to snoop on anybody. I don't know why my consciousness arrived there. Let's go another side. I just knew I needed to get, I didn't want to risk it. So yeah, I see that. See, I wouldn't believe something like this existed, I wouldn't believe this. How could something like this happen? But the mind, people, the mind is powerful. The mind could, see, your mind, your consciousness could go to another location. But there also there's another phenomenon, what they call, see, there's astral projection. Astral projection is not your consciousness, but your consciousness does go with it, but it's an energy body of you. And energy body of you. And so when that happens, when you're coming out of your body, you can feel it happening. I did take a course in remote viewing. So, and that's not what I was doing. I'm sorry, astral projection. I wasn't doing astral projection. But I'm thinking about, I want to go to this place. It's called the IAC, International Academy of Consciousness. And they do astral projection. I took a course in it in America 9 years ago. I was scared back then. Yeah, it's 10 years ago this year. 10 years ago. No, I'm sorry, 9 years ago. 9 years ago this year. And so I know what it feels like when your body starts to try to come out. Yeah, your body vibrates. So I remember the session that I was at. And you do these exercises it's all with the mind. You tell yourself to move your energy, and then you try to roll out of it. I'm not, I'm being serious. It costs thousands of dollars to go to this class. Now, if you go to the main headquarters in Lisbon, Portugal, yeah, the main headquarters is in Lisbon, Portugal. And you guys could go there. It's only $3,000. It's a 6-day session. And they feed you also. And see, I would like to go, but I have my little boy here, my little dog, and he's still my little boy. He's walking now, as you see, but I'm afraid to leave him alone. But I really would like to go. So yeah, so astral projection, it requires a lot of focus. And you can actually, with the exercise to get you in that state, you can actually fall asleep. And oftentimes you do. And then when you get into awareness, try to roll out of your body. So what happened to me in that class, now my arms are on my side, and it's a group of us. We're all lying down on the floor. And then all of a sudden, my arm goes like this, real fast and real hard. This actually happened. You can feel it. And then it stopped. It just did it once. And so what happened, people, that my astral body, like, it might come out in parts. Sometimes maybe your head comes up first, or maybe your feet come first, or your arms. And sometimes the person who's next to, who already came out of their body, I know it sounds so crazy, people. Okay. Yeah, we're not going to go too long. I'm talking to my little boy. Yeah. So, yeah, it looks like it's going to rain earlier. Rain today. See that? Yeah, it's rainy season now. It's rainy season. So anyway, I realized from that experience that your astral body has a shape. It can feel. Yeah, so it's interacting with that realm that it's in, we have the 3D world, your physical body is interacting with this world, but the astral body is interacting with the astral plane. And so it can feel the astral body. That's that's how I interpreted what happened, because you can actually feel it. But my arms never moved. My natural arms never left my side. If it did, I would have hit the person next to me, because we were like sardines. We were all lying real close to each other. So I know if I would have hit the person next to me. Yeah, with astral projection, you can do like a group session. And some people, now this did not happen in the session that I was in, but they tell us in the class that what could happen, like you have a group of people who are doing remote view, trying to get into viewing, astral projection. I'm sorry, I keep saying remote view, I meant to say astral projection. So I'm catching it's a hill now. You have people who are more advanced than others, or they just get out of their body quick. And then they could assist the person next to them and pull them out of their body. You heard me right. You heard me right. So, yeah, they were explaining that. So they can grab the person and yank them out. They can see that they're trying to come out. And so they grab that astral part of the body that's trying to come out and yank them out. I am afraid to do it. See, mine doing the remote viewing, your physical body is you can feel the bed, your pillow, you can move, but what you see just sometimes, it looks like you're watching a movie, but sometimes people It's like in four dimensions. Yeah, it's hard to explain, but I had maybe 2 or 3 instances where I saw something and it had depth to it. It was hyper-dimensional. Like here, it's kind of flat. I mean, you can tell distance, but it's relatively flat. But when you're doing the meditation, your mind could get in a hyper dimensional and it looks more real than this world. I saw, I saw, the first time it happened, it was spontaneous. I was trying to go to sleep. It's many years ago, many years ago. Might have been 15, 20 years ago. It's back in America. And I'm going to bed in my room in New York City. I closed my eyes. I was real tired. And then, boom, it happens. I see this dude. I see this dude lying next to me, looking at me. And he looked crazy. And he did this crazy look at me. And I screamed and I opened my eyes. Yeah, I don't know the fellow. Never seen him before. He's what you call, or what I would call black, an Afro-Latino. He looked like a Dominican person from the Dominican Republic. He was darker than me. Just a different, that's what he looked like to me. He was wearing street clothes. I opened my eyes real, yeah, I screamed a little bit. I was so scared. Yeah, but it looked fourth dimensional. I kid you not. Like he's right. That was the first time. Again, I didn't know about meditation back then. I was a so-called Christian back then. I'm not a Christian anymore. But I do believe in, spirituality, whatever that means. And I do believe in principles of Christianity, but I'm not into religion. So that was the first time that happened. The second time that I could remember, I saw, what was that now? I can't remember. Yeah, I was doing standard meditation. This might have been, this is back in America, and it could have been in, 20, let's see, maybe 2019 maybe. And I made a purposeful decision to do a meditation, like a standard meditation. You're sitting down, you got your candle and incense, all that garbage. So I said, I have a question. I want to find out if there's life on the moon. So I'm just sitting there, have my eyes closed, and, just have a blank mind. After 1 hour of doing this, then it happens. Yeah. What happened? The first thing I saw the moon. I saw the whole shape of the moon, the craters. It looked like what you see on TV. It was for a couple of seconds. And then I saw something else. The scene changed, and then I saw a being. You heard me right. I saw a being. No. The being, it was hyper-dimensional, like fourth dimensional. Everything was hyper real. It it had a big head. It's down low like that. So only seeing the top of his head. And it's real big. Bald, no hair. Like a, you know, with reptiles, they have that funny color. It's like a brownish, greenish, you know, murky color. It had a skinny body, skinny arms, and the shape of his head was like the shape of a football. You know how the football has pointing on each opposite end? It was like that. And the center, its crown, it had these strips of, I guess it's like a cartilage underneath the skin in long strips across its head. I kid you not. And it didn't have any clothes on. And I said to myself in my mind, do not lift up your head. Yes, I did. Oh God, I was like, come on. Honey, I didn't expect that. Yeah, I saw the being. And it, I think, happened. See, it knew that I would be afraid to see its eyes. Because the eyes are windows of your soul, and I don't know what type of soul this thing has. But it kept its head down the whole time. So I never got to see his face, thank God. I kid you not, yeah. That's what happened. That is what happened. And yeah, thank you, Daryl. Yeah, this is what happened. And this lasted a couple of seconds, 10 seconds maybe, 10 long seconds. And oh, the pores, it was so hyper clear that I can see each pore of its skin. Oh yes. You know, you have some cameras, people. I have a camera, or I had them. I don't know whether it's the same camera I have, because I gave away one. I mean, I sold one camera, but one of my cameras that I had, it can zoom in real tight. It's a digital camera, a DSL camera. And it could zoom in, boy. And I used it before doing a video. Morning, hey! Yeah, and you can see each of the pores of the skin. And I saw its pores. Oh, yes. Yeah, it was hyper real. Hyper real, people. Mm. Yeah, it was hyper real, people. People. The supernatural world. See, we're in multiple, we're in multiple, there are multiple beings out here. Yeah, there's multiple worlds. You have the 3D world. Even the 3D world, let's say you go to under the ocean, might be like a mile deep or something like that. You have different creatures that don't look real. You have creatures in, let's say, Australia or in the Amazon, things that people never seen before, right? But they exist. So is the fourth dimensional world. Outside of this 3D world, there's other life. And your mind can tap into these worlds. So you have the astral projection, and you could navigate and see things. And some of the people that astral project might astral project at a time in history. And also, when you do, when your mind is, let's say, doing a remote viewing, you could remote view in the past. I've seen things that I've mentioned before. Um, I had seen a scene in the Civil War, American Civil War. Yeah, I saw, it was two young boys, two young men, I should say. They looked about 18, 19. They looked young. And they were wearing the Union uniform, that blue uniform with that hat. That's what they were wearing. And I was seeing them from a distance, maybe 30 feet, and I was up in the air, looking downward. And they were standing by this wooden structure with large wheels. I guess to put like armor on top of it. It had a platform, wooden platform, and then one wheel on each opposite side. So I guess to carry stuff. And that's what I saw. Yeah. And they were talking and smiling. Yeah, they were just relaxing. They were standing, talking to each other. And then I think I focused more. And then, like, like some TV sets, like you can see, look at a, you're viewing what you're viewing. But let's say you want to see more than one channel at a time. So it can present a second window on the main screen that you're watching, a small picture. And that's what happened. There was a small window on the bottom right. And there was a vehicle. One in here. Yeah. Everybody's going up now. Yeah, people. There was two pictures. A movie within a movie. That was the first and only time that happened. And the second movie, the little window, was of an old-fashioned turn of the century vehicle. It had large wheels, wooden wheels. Again, no audio. I never get audio. Yeah, so people, we live in multiple, you have access to multiple existence. Multiple. You can see things from the past. And I'll imagine, when with the African trying to stab me, things in the present. I don't know about the future though. I mean, I wouldn't know what the future looks like. I guess if it's something really technical looking. There's also other worlds. I saw things like giant insects the size of people. Yeah. There was I saw like a base. It looked like a military base. It was all white. And I saw these giant spiders. They as tall as people, the legs. And they were walking in pairs, like two long lines. No, two queues. Like a queue on a line, right? And they were walking on this platform. And on one of the platforms, it had a red design, like a squiggly red line. It didn't mean anything to me. but it's bright red. And I'm looking at this, and they're walking. And these ants, they seem like, it remind me of the military. I used to be in the military. And wow, people. Yeah, there are other existence. I don't know whether the things with the giant spiders walking in those two long lines, I don't know whether it was like on Earth, like under the ground, or on another planet. That's what my fear was. There's either something underground that exists here, or on another planet. Here, people, there are other existence out there. I do not do drugs. I do not drink alcohol. But you have existence that are happening right now. Let's stop for a moment. Yeah, we go home now. Another dog. Okay. Yeah, people, there are, okay, let's go. Good boy. There are existences that are happening right now. And so the things that's happening in America or other countries, I think they know about it. I'm no one special. Let's go now. Good boy. Yeah, I'm no one special. But see, you have governments. Hello. They do. You don't think that the government are doing exercises? You don't think they're doing remote viewing or meditation things? You bet they're doing it. If I could see it, they can see it and probably more. And so I think a lot of the things that are happening now, they're in tune. They're in tune with these things. I saw also in another vision, what was that now? Oh, I'm trying to remember. Oh, I saw a military guy. They were on some type of, like, you remember the movie Star Trek? You see how everything, all those lights and gadgets, you don't know what it is? I saw something like that. And this dude is right in front of me. But I'm seeing him from the ground up. He's maybe a yard away from me, and I'm looking upward. He's wearing military gear. He had this plastic armor on, like in Star Wars. Sorry. You remember the movie Star Wars? Those uniforms, it was in this white plastic, the chest part, that's what he had on. But he had goggles on. He didn't have that big helmet like in Star Wars. I don't think he had anything on the top of his head, but he had goggles. Good boy. He had these goggles on. Not like those things to see those movies, not that. It was flat against the face. And they were opaque, so you couldn't see through it. And he's talking to someone. And he was laughing. He was a black dude. Looked like a black American. His body, he's a big dude. Handsome. He had pockmark face. What they call pizza face. When you had bad acne as a kid. That's what he had. He had bad skin. He was darker than me. And he was laughing. He was talking to somebody. I couldn't believe it. Yeah. So You have people, and I'm sure the government has access to the same things I see, but they know more. And I think they're in, they know what they're doing. Oh, I almost forgot. There was something else I saw. Were you shaking? Oh, he's